Yeah, it's true.
I don't know, maybe he got it real cheap or free.
Yep. Gosh darn it.
Ow. There we go. Did you see that Tyler clipped the land ship moment?
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to be able to do that again.
No.
I just like how we're laughing because of what had just happened, and then we beach it, and then we're laughing because we beached it, and then we proceed further up the beach and into the cave, and then we both start to wheeze.
Well, I was losing it. That's
Meanwhile,
all kinds of ridiculous.
Tyler down below deck had no idea what was going on. Like, he's like, I'm like, drop the anchor. He's like, I can't, I'm cooking. And then we beach, and he's like, you guys are going to get my food wet. And he's like, are we a land boat? And I'm like, oh, what little does he know? And of course, after that, I started telling everybody, I'm like, all right, we need to get stuff off the boat before it disappears. He's like, what are you talking about? It's just going to slide back into the water. And I'm like, no. No, it won't. A few well-placed decoy blocks can make the difference between a victory and a loss. I'm loading in BT dubs. It was kind of warm outside today.
A little bit.
Did not enjoy that.
So crashing into Earth about 1,000 meters a second is scary as fuck.
How did your game not crash?
Don't get me wrong there. For a second there, it was at 0 frames a second.
Hold up. 1,000 meters a second?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So, fun fact, at about 380 meters a second, the game physics start to break.
Yeah. In multiplayer, mainly. Does it happen in single player?
Yep. Because I watched a video of somebody that made a land train, like a bullet train, that went from Earth to the moon. And he said that he had to limit the speed because what was happening is he was going like 400 meters a second, and the train started vibrating and blowing up the tracks and flying out into space.
That sounds like fun. Uh-oh.
What?
It almost had a big problem.
Did you load in before me again?
No, not that.
What was your other possible big problem?
I placed a turret, and it started locking onto one of my ships.
Yeah, and my ship just kind
Why?
of...
Why?
Disintegrated.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Like, I can't even find a crater or wreckage or anything. It just kind of...
No, what it probably did, I've had that happen, it went through the planet, so it's going to be somewhere inside the planet.
Ah.
Glitched.
Yeah, no, it's gone. I'm not even worried about it.
That's one of the reasons that I quit throwing ships at the planet in the world that we're building on, because I don't want all that clutter when we go into survival mode and we're just mining out through, you know, the Earth's underground or whatever, and boom, ship right in front of us.
It's like, boom, it's like we uncovered a relic. Oasis Mark 1, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. Like, damn, that thing's old.
All right, Nate, I'm in.
Yeah, so I was messing with projectors, actually. They're pretty,
Useless?
I mean, if you want to build off a blueprint, they're pretty good.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, other than that... I mean, they're neat, but... could be more useful. So,
I mean, it's just a projector. I don't know what you want it to do.
Well, yeah. Nate, I think I've established why my forklift can't lift the Jeep pallet.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think it's that it's too heavy. I think it's the way the weight is distributed.
Okay.
The weight is on the top and the bottom. So when you try to pick it up by the side, which is the lightest part, it has a conniption fit.
I think we just need to make the whole thing light armor and see what happens.
We can try it real quick. I do know one thing we're going to need to do at some point in the near fucking future, and that is build the med bay on the Unity so that we have a place to respawn.
Nah. That's not important.
I might send my forklift into orbit here. We'll see. Yep.
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
Why did you say oh? And then cough suspiciously?
Well, I'm not in the server, so it didn't affect you.
Also, the pallet is wider than it is tall, so... Oh, yeah. It was... Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, come on now. No, that pallet is just too heavy. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what my mass goes up to when I grab it. So I'm at 31,869 in the forklift right now. Holy crap! So what did I say my weight was? 31,869? The pallet weighs 60,689 kilograms.
It's a little bit.
To put it into perspective, in U.S. tons, that's roughly 67 tons. So, in that case, we're not going to put these ugly looking weight platforms on the back of my forklift anymore. Alright, wheel suspension, front left and front right. Actually, I'm going to drop those to 70% strength. Limit the speed to 35 kilometers an hour. And it's going to function just like a regular forklift would. I'm going to make it so that it cannot steer, but it is going to be 100% of the power.
Tried making a bulldozer earlier today.
How'd that work?
It blew up.
I just love that. It's like it blew up. Oh.
We're just getting like industrial now with our designs. We've gone on an industrial craze. Next thing you know, we're gonna have wrecking balls and cranes.
I thought about the crane.
I figured you had already. Welcome to the stream, Gearhead.
I thought about a trailer mounted crane. I thought about putting one on the barge. I thought about making like one of those container cranes. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've given it some thought.
You're like, it's not completely out of my mind yet either.
Oh. Kind of like weld pits.
What?
Oh, you never made a weld pit? Or not a weld pit, a grinder pit?
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about now.
With the way the game physics works, so you just see random bits of metal just fly out.
Yes, Gearhead, but it's a private one. Alright. I think Forklift Mark II is going to be what I use for most of it. And I did have an idea, kind of tying into your whole Moffat request, Nick.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I make the forklift able to lift itself onto a vehicle, by nature it won't be able to lift a load. But what I can try and do is work with Nate on engineering a crane arm that can pick it up, and then you can push a button and a platform will come out from the back using pistons and blast doors, and it can drop it on the back. And then you can bring that in just a little bit, and when you got the forks on the front up against the back of the big lift, you can lock them. So that way it doesn't have to use its own weight to pull it up, because it will either break or be non-functional. At least that's the way I see it. What is that? What was that?
Oh, I thought we had that mod.
What mod?
The propeller mod.
No. Woof woof. Nate, do you think I should have a jack system on this forklift? Kind of like what you have
What
on
do
the
you
Jeep.
mean?
Where it can, like, jack itself up if it needs to.
No.
In case you have to change a tire.
No, because you could always use another forklift to do that.
Also, you know what I realized we've been forgetting to put on our vehicles?
What?
Gyroscopes.
The land vehicles don't need them.
It helps balance them out, and they can flip themselves over with it.
They can what?
They can flip themselves over if they have enough gyroscopes.
I didn't think you needed them on land vehicles.
I didn't think so either until I looked at every vehicle mod I've got, and it's like, oh, they all have gyroscopes. And they don't flip. Huh.
I would
Maybe
put
they're
it
onto
on
something.
Nate's Jeep and see if there's a discernible difference. No! I'm gonna go retrieve my forklift. Fucking pistons, man. Well, okay, if you think that gyroscopes make a big difference, let me put a gyroscope on my forklift then. That'll be the ultimate test. But I feel like my problem is more of an issue of weight.
Maybe. I'm just telling you what I found.
No, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. Like, what you're saying makes sense. I just figured that I figured gyroscopes only were necessary in space because they are bound to the thruster system. Like, they're connected to that.
Yeah, if you want to rotate. They also
Right.
provide balance.
Alright, well, Forklift Mark II has a gyroscope on it, so... we'll, see if it actually works. Nate, where did you go? Dead. His dog started barking. I bet he went to go make her quiet.
Yeah.
Because he's muted. Alright, now let's look at my rear wheel suspensions. Those are going to provide no propulsion. No power. But the steering angle is going to be much higher. Okay. Can't go that high. 45 degrees. It's getting ready to be daytime.
My eyes!
I have wheels that are at a different height. John. How? Nate, where did you go?
On the ice lake.
What are you doing?
Let's run out this truck. Excuse you. Whoops.
I think you need to add more landing gear to that truck.
What?
I think you need to add more landing gear to that truck.
Why?
So that you can load more than one load on it. Or 2 loads.
There's no room.
There is if you've got a bunch of small cargo containers or something.
I figured I'd make a different trailer for that.
Oh my goodness.
I made that trailer specifically to hold 2 Jeep pallets.
You made that trailer specifically to hold 2 Jeep pallets? Okay. closer.
What?
Trying to figure out the height offset I need my wheels to be so that they all contact the ground. Found it. So, am I misunderstanding? Whatever the, power on the wheels. What exactly is that? Am I misinterpreting it?
What?
Power supplied to propulsion. What does that mean?
It's basically the torque.
I'm not getting any traction. All right, suspension is turning. It's literally like when I turn my suspension, it moves. Like the ship or the forklift slides sideways when I turn. All right. Are you alone in chat right now? There was Gearhead Damon was in here earlier. Do not know if he is still among us. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh!
What is happening? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, we're letting go of that load. I think the gyroscope actually hindered me. For a second I thought it was working though, and then my mass started to bend. Oh, you're going for the
Oh no.
what?
The brakes can't keep up.
Wait, where are you at?
Oh no. Oh. 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 Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, I don't know how I didn't blow up. I just hit a pothole pretty darn bad.
See, you opted for nuclear power.
Yeah, I figure what's the worst that can happen?
It explodes.
Well, it already did that. Brakes are bad.
One moment. That's not gonna work.
Does the big front wheel actually help?
It helps a little bit. Yeah, because I just slammed on the brakes there and it didn't tilt forward.
Well, aren't you supposed to not drive the forklift around with a load up in the air? Going forwards.
You're not supposed to. So the fact that mine can do it without tipping forward is all the more impressive.
So you were doing a test.
Sure.
I don't know if the trailer actually needs power. I think it gets power when you connect the trailer.
Yeah, but what about the pistons?
I think they'll stay in their position. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff. Alright. This is the first land vehicle I've made with a door. It's not a pretty door, but it works. Oh, I just about fell on my chair.
So the name of my Space Engineer stream tonight is Oh Ship. Get it?
Yep. Did you already use that?
No, I used We're in Deep Ship now.
Oh. Does it have Right Fest as the picture in the background?
No. I just slapped a gyroscope on your Jeep, Nate. If what Nick says is true, it may not flip as easily now.
I keep forgetting I renamed this damn thing the fifth wheel.
Oh, well, it doesn't flip as easily.
Well, that's no fun.
However, it's much harder to turn. I'm actually drifting right now, power sliding. What have you done?
Austin, did you see that?
Yes.
There's a weight balance problem. Can you get the forklift?
Yeah.
Well, now I gotta put the battery back on it so I can just... Actually, do I need to... This is what we call a problem.
Meep meep. Need you to move.
Oh, they have sound blocks. You can make a horn now.
No, they've always had sound blocks. You can't make horns, though.
Yeah, I unlocked the pallet so you can pick it up now. What do you mean?
So I can... What do you want me to pick up?
I don't know. Just pick it up from the side and get off the trailer.
The pallet?
Yeah.
Have you not been paying attention to anything I've been saying?
All you gotta do is drag it off. You don't have to lift it.
I'm glad this is a copy, because things might get a little out of hand here. All you gotta do
That's
is,
the worst
all you
that
gotta
can
do is
happen.
drag it off. Yeah, like that's just a walk in the park. Another day in the candy factory. No, Tyler, you would be correct.
Oh god.
That's not how a trailer is supposed to work.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna go bad. Just drag it off. What are you doing?
I'm trying.
Did he get locked again? No, he's just getting stuck on the trailer. Oh, there we go. That was good.
The pallet's
So
a little
maybe-
broke.
I'm obviously gonna have to move the pistons. I'm gonna go let my dog in real quick. Be right back.
So what do we have room for down here? Oh, we got room for a ton of stuff. All sorts of goodies. Alright, so that programming block is going in the ship. Like it should. I'm also going to equip the forklift with an emergency beacon, just in the event of a tip over, because that's not that unlikely.
No, it's not. Yeah, shit.
So it has an emergency beacon. Back weight the trailer or put the pallet further back. Or make a lighter pallet. That is one thing that we're going to work on, is making a lighter pallet. Because if we can do that, we don't even need to worry about modifying all that other crap. And the forklift. The forklift works great, except when you try to lift the pallet. Because the pallet weighs, we did the math, the pallet weighs the equivalent of roughly 67 US tons. We did the math. I did the math.
I'm back.
So yeah, the problem's not the trailer, the problem is the pallet.
What do you mean?
The pallet weighs 67 tons.
No, the problem is the pistons need to be brought forward.
And the pallet needs to be lighter.
Well, we can do that. I thought you already started doing that.
No.
Well, get on it.
It's in space.
Well, get up there.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, Nate, I put an emergency beacon in the forklift. I replaced the programmable block and put it in within the inside of the cab on the forklift. What else do you think should go in the forklift? Anything?
What?
Anything you can think of off the top of your head that would need to go in the forklift?
No. Put a bag of Cheetos in there.
Alright, the beacon is disabled by default.
Does it have air conditioning?
It has oxygen.
Well, I should hope it has oxygen.
What was that?
Don't worry about it. Why can't I be so nosy?
I get nosy when I hear boom boom.
Say, shit's breaking, we need to know why.
It's a need to know basis. You don't need to know.
Do you remember what height the parachutes are supposed to deploy on the
1,000 meters.
right. If we're making it out of light armor, I'm probably going to have them deploy earlier than that.
Earlier?
Yes,
Or you mean later?
earlier. You saw how long it took to stop yesterday. The slants make them look like 90s Miata headlights. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. Alright, so that will not work. Here's the true test though. Can Forklift Mark II pick up Forklift Mark I? I need to go find it. First up, I want it. Yeah, I don't like the gyroscope on. I just disabled it on my forklift, and it handles better. It's definitely more skittish though. Like I can feel it trying to tip over more than when the gyroscope was active, but the gyroscope was causing me to glide as opposed to turn.
It's probably because of the reaction wheel.
What do you mean?
Gyroscope's double as a reaction wheel.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I believe it's this wheel with a lot of mass, and it spins really fast, and that's how like spaceship pods. Is that what they're called? The crew pods. That's how they turn without using fuel and readjust themselves in orbit.
Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me?
No.
Big forklift can pick little forklift up, no problem. Can't pick up the Jeep pallet. I am literally... The big forklift and the little forklift combined weigh 63,608 kilograms. The big forklift and the freaking pallet combined weigh 90,000. That pallet weighs more than this forklift. How?
Heavy armor blocks are no joke.
I'm pretty sure most of my forklift is heavy armor blocks, if not all of it. How strong you think your truck trailer is?
What do you mean?
Strong enough to hold a forklift?
It should be.
If it can hold one of those Jeep pallets, it can hold a fucking forklift.
You can do a lot of stuff with this trailer, though. You put like assemblers on it, solar panels and stuff.
Yes, that is
Great.
true.
We'll build bases piece by piece, delivered on a semi-trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, just drop them, connect them, and then go get the next one.
We need a... you get a mod so I can add some exhaust to this truck.
Make the pallet out of light armor. I mean, that's the plan, Tyler. I'm about to go try that, but my concern with making the pallet out of light armor is that it's going to break when it lands.
Oh, I got an idea.
What is that?
Oh, there you go. Make a full mobile field base.
Mobile field base?
Yep.
Excuse you.
I think I'm gonna hop out of here early.
Alright.
Alright.
Only one problem.
What?
There's nothing holding it on. Oh, wait a minute. I have a genius idea. You ready for my genius idea? That's not gonna work. Make a heavy armor frame and use light armor to fill the gaps. Well, the problem is, Tyler, we finally got it to shoot out of the tube right, but it's because the weight is equal across all vertices of the... Like, the top and the bottom are made of heavy armor blocks, and then the sides are made of light armor ribbing, and anything that was done to the bottom was done to the top to give it a perfect weight ratio. And so if you... The only thing that's made out of heavy armor, though, is the floor. I'm gonna make a modification to your trailer really quick. Is the trailer light armor as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually exactly what I was about to do. So now,
Nice.
you have one hydrogen engine there, and it's just for sound, isn't it?
No, I was trying to make it into the exhaust. I changed the flames to black.
Why do you need a hydrogen engine for that, though?
What? Oh yeah, that's why that's there. I thought you were talking about the ion thruster for some reason. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you usually don't. So skeletonize both the top and the bottom and fill them with light armor. Maybe. Let me go look at this pallet real quick. What I'm gonna do with this pallet, Nate? I'm just gonna.
Why? Why would you do that?
What did I do wrong?
Why is your dead body laying on my trailer?
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Looks like a cartel truck.
I'm going to launch the trailer, or not the trailer, the pallet out of the launch tube, Nate. And then once I do that, I'm going to teleport back to you. And we'll try and find it. I'll activate the beacon and all that before it makes touchdown. Like probably before it even leaves the tube.
Oh, yeah.
When we put the antenna on that, we only put it on the top, right? We didn't put it on the bottom.
What?
The antenna.
You put the antenna on. I didn't do that.
I only
all
put
you.
one on the top, so if that's the case, then there's only one on it. I just want to make sure, because the one that's sitting by the launch tube is not the version that we launched. We put a remote control block and an antenna. I remember that.
We need to do some research into making grills
What do you mean, grills?
for vehicles.
Did we raise the landing gear on the pallet one block?
Can we raise it?
No, I think we did. We did, didn't we? Because the programming block went underneath it.
Yeah, we did.
Did you say grills for vehicles?
Yeah.
Why? Just use
Because I need...
the vents.
No, they don't look right.
That's all you're going to be able to use. I hope you know that.
Ooh. Ooh, is that so?
Yeah, pretty sure that's so.
Oh my god. Well, that's not gonna work. It's fucking huge.
Grills for steak. I don't think that's what he was talking about, Tyler.
You already have that.
They do?
Huh?
We do?
Yeah.
What? Where?
I'm not telling you.
Because it
My
doesn't
private space
exist.
station.
Sure. Your private space station that doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's like all my Minecraft bases that don't exist.
Alright, well, if we've got the remote control block, we don't need the control panel anymore.
It's like my super expansive Minecraft base you've never seen.
Oh, you mean the one that I have seen because it exists? It's called your
The
lair and it
lair?
annoys the
Yeah,
living piss out of me?
There's a second layer.
Sure
In
there
an
is.
undisclosed location underground.
Sure there is. Oh no. Which...
Oh yes.
Alright, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Great, that was the wrong Jeep pallet. I can access, by the way, the Jeep pallet that's on the planet. Just so you're aware.
It's a good amount of range.
Mm-hmm. Whoops. Primary beacon. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot to do the very thing I came up here to do. Change this to light armor. Whoops. There's nothing attached to the ceiling of the pallet except the battery and the beacons and stuff, right?
Yep.
What the? What just happened? Oh. Whoops.
Ooh.
Nope. Keep forgetting I can't use artificial gravity here because it will shoot me to the planet. Right, the bottom floor is almost finished being converted to light armor. My McLaren Senna review on Drive Tribe is wildly popular. I think it's got like something to the tune of 25 bumps, which might be a record high for me. Although my current leading car in the poll to review next is the BMW M5 from 2018, and I'm not thrilled. Accidentally deleted the artificial mass. Making any valuable research strides in the semi department?
Do what?
Said, are you making any valuable research strides in the semi department?
Not really.
What do we pay you for?
Oh yeah, I'm getting paid?
In more jobs. Thought that was pretty obvious.
Have you seen the new Top Gun trailer yet?
Yes,
Look good?
I'm excited. Made me actually want to go back and watch the OG Top Gun again, too.
Watched it again not too long ago.
Stands the test of time pretty well, in my opinion.
You know what else is a really good movie about flying?
What?
Flyboys.
Yeah, that was the first time I think I ever saw Dave Franco on film, and I'm like, wow, he's a good actor. And then I went and watched, or James Franco, whichever one is the one that's always doing video or movies with Seth Rogen. And then I went and watched other things, and I'm like, wow, he's kind of a stupid fuck. But, like, Flyboys was a good movie, so I need to go back and watch that again. There was also that movie that, there was a preview for it, and now I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was when we went to go see Spider-Man. There was a military movie or a something like that.
It's,
World War II,
Midway.
I think. What?
it was Midway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was. That movie looked good, too.
I thought they were gonna try to do another Pearl Harbor. I was like, well, that's ambitious, but I guess they're gonna focus mainly on Midway, which is smart.
It definitely looked really good, though.
Yep.
Okay. The Jeep pallet is now entirely light armor.
So I don't think you can actually use like spare tires in Space Engineers. So I say if and when we get to survival, and we have a problem with a tire on a vehicle that has a spare, we just get rid of the spare and choose in a new one.
Well, I think when you break stuff down, don't you get the components that it took to make those things?
I don't know if you get all of it though. Don't know.
You could check. It's not hard. Just pop open your G menu and you look at the wheel and it says what you need to build it, and then if you go to scrap it, it'll probably tell you what you get when you scrap it.
Well, get to it.
I'm in the middle of doing things.
Well, so am I.
Well, then I guess we'll never know.
I guess not.
Actually, I'm going to keep that version of it here. So we have a light armor and a heavy armor version, just in case the light armor version is non-effective. That's too close. That will bump. Not all the way in the gravity well. That one's moving. There. That one's not all the way in the gravity well. Fuck. Alright. This one meets all the necessary criteria.
That's a bit of a problem.
Got it. All right. Okay. Remote access. Jeep pallet.
Excuse you.
Oh, crap. All right. I'm about ready to launch this baby. Straight shot out the tube. That was a beautiful launch. That was gorgeous. All right. Are you not in the game? Oh, you are.
Yeah,
I
I
put
am.
a space between Blackheart and 13.13.7. All right. The Jeep pallet is en route. I'm gonna clean up some of this clutter down here. I've got an idea for the big forklifts that might be useful. If we like if we're out exploring and we find either like a ship or like a pirate base or
What
something
baloney?
on the planet, we can, once we take it, we can salvage it and use the big forklift to take big chunks of it away from site, like off site back towards where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you use the azimuth passenger seat, but you use the one with the little control thingies on it, can you control?
The Passenger seat with controls?
Well,
Remember there
like,
was one.
it's not like open cockpit, no oxygen, right. Okay, never mind. I think I figured it out.
These almost look like some sort of like late World War One era truck.
In reality, it's like 20 something. It is not a pretty ship, but it does the job.
What?
My big forklift is not going to be very pretty. Seems our vehicle drop is still a ways out. Oh, there it is. You see it?
Yep, it's moving pretty quick.
And there go the parachutes. This is the moment of truth. Boy, it falls slow enough to give you time to get where it's landing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's less than 10 meters a second. Probably close to 6.
Where are you at?
The vehicle drop. I'm watching it to see how well the light armor holds up when on landing. I'll be damned. No damage.
That's good.
Let me control it. I'll shut off the primary chutes. It's always exciting to see something you worked on actually work. The hell are those? You making a box truck now? Nate?
I was just messing around with an idea. Oh shit.
What is that noise?
There's nothing, don't worry about it.
I think your truck is... I think your hot rod's broken. That is not what I meant to do. What is doing that?
What?
That noise.
What noise? I don't know what you're talking
Pew,
about.
pew, 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 pew. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I do not hear that.
That sounds like death.
I hear thrusters. That's all I hear.
For some reason, I don't believe you.
Alright.
Oh my god, please get it where it needs to go so you can turn it off. I'm getting a forklift and leaving. That's the wrong one. So is that... Oh, there's the sound again. Ooh. Hey! Oh no! Jeep pallet's still very heavy. Oh dear, it has flipped. Oh, oh, that's not good. Uh-huh. I'm gonna go ahead and I just turned on my emergency beacon. What?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Boy, isn't this a sight to behold? There's a rolled over forklift about 115, 120 meters from a rolled over pallet. And the pallet has seen better days. I need to go copy that pallet so that I can see whether or not the forklift can actually move it. Because it did cause some problems there.
I just managed to get rid of all my lag I've been having.
How?
I turned off the all the landing gear broadcasting on the cargo
Oh
barge.
yeah, I'd imagine that would do it.
Yeah. Oh man. Alright, I should probably be getting off.
Alright.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Later. One moment. I think this is the one made of light armor. Alright, we're gonna head to the planet's surface. Drop in the pallet, see if the pallet actually functions. Crossing my fingers, it does. And if it does, that might be it for the night. I really wish that I could just teleport there, but I don't know how. I'd like to know where our other beacons went, though, like our other broadcast symbols. All the antennas we had broadcasting at the base. Don't see any of them. this is the worst part. I apologize, my dog is being annoying. As she tends to do. Welcome to the stream. Bits. At the moment I'm playing on creative. The plan is, in the future, and none of these people are here at the moment, but we're going to convert this. We're trying to get ourselves our own like custom built scenario with our own ships and stuff like that. And then we're going to convert it to survival and play based on those. If any of that made sense. So we're currently in the experimentation and research and building process, which has been going on for quite some time. But once that's done, it's going to get converted to a survival world. I'm getting ready to call it an evening, but you can jump in for a few minutes if you'd like. It's a private server though, so you won't find it on the server list. It's the only problem. Help in what regard? It's a pretty steep learning curve. I mean, it's definitely not something that you can just pick up in a day and get it. We're still learning things. That's what this whole process is, as far as getting into survival, is learning things. I definitely encourage that you sandbox around in creative mode before diving headfirst into survival, because survival is brutal. If you kind of slowly ease into it and you kind of learn how everything works, it goes a little smoother. Well, what I'm saying though, keep that survival save, but set up a separate creative save that you can kind of go in and learn how building works and all that other stuff. Because that's how we did it. Yeah, I encourage anybody that plays the game to sandbox around in a separate creative world for a little while, just to learn the lay of the land. It's much less stressful. Alrighty, well, I appreciate you dropping in. Hope to see you around sometime. Always good to have a new face. Whoops. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. If you got any questions about the game, feel free to shoot me a message. My community's not too large right now, so I can respond to people. Jeez. Don't understand why they do that. But for the most part, they work. And on that note, I think it is time to call it a night. I will not be here tomorrow. At least it's not likely. The game plan, though, is to be back Saturday. I'm off Saturday, and my plans fell through, so I should be home most of the day Saturday. So we will be doing Sea of Thieves. So we'll probably play some stuff earlier in the day that's not Sea of Thieves, and then once Nate gets home from work, we're going to pretty much run in Sea of Thieves. I'm going to start recruiting today for 2 days out to get people. So we'll be back in Sea of Thieves Saturday night for sure. I am committing to that. Be sure to follow me on Twitter just to get all the updates on stream times and what's going on each night. So with that being said, I am going to head off, get ready for bed. Thanks everybody that hung out. Good to see some new faces, and always good to see the old faces. Hopefully you guys can become one and the same. I'd love to get all those new people to hang out with us. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and I'll see you all Saturday night. Good night, guys.